Are you ready for part 2 of Raising Your Vibration? Well, stay tuned for this episode of Digest This.
Welcome to Digest This, the show that helps you revolutionize your digestive health. Here are your hosts, Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato.
Hello and welcome to Digest This. I'm Dr. Liz Cruz and I've got Tina Nunziato sitting right here by my side. Thank you so much for joining us for this second part. If you didn't catch on, or if you didn't listen to our previous podcast from last week, it's actually part 1. So before you listen to this one, please go back and listen to the one from last week. And if you're one of our regular listeners, we thank you for being here with us and being loyal. We love you. And if you're a first time guest, thank you for joining us. And we love that you've decided to check us out, and we hope that you will become one of our regular listeners. Okay, so what were we talking about? We're talking about ways to increase your vibration. All right? Ways to increase your vibration. Okay, so as I mentioned last week, I'm actually I got this information that I'm going through is from Chopra. Chopra is a website, and so just wanted to give a shout out to Chopra. All right, he has some great information here. So just to recap, we talked about vibration. We talked about that being like a state of being, the atmosphere, the energetic quality of a person, of a place, of a thing. Okay, you've walked into a room before where someone was really angry, and you could feel that. Okay, it's the vibration. Okay, it's a real thing. So we talked about 12 ways that you can help raise your vibration, and last week we covered 6 of them, and I'll just quickly read through them really quick. We won't stay on any of them for too long. Number 1 was gratitude. All right, the quickest way to really amp your vibration, gratitude. Love, meditation, and breath work. Okay.
Generosity was 3.
Yes. Oh, did I skip one?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Generosity, generosity, meditation, and breath work. Forgiveness. All right. Forgiveness, and that's a big one. That's a big one. Eating high vibe food. Okay, we talked about eating high vibe food.
And that's where we left off.
That's where we left off. That's right. Okay, so remember, everything that you consume is energy. All right, everything is energy. If you eat a lot of dead energy, all right, like in the form of meat, fried food, processed food, it's going to lower your vibration. I mean, it kind of has to, because it's not life-giving. If you are eating energy-rich foods, which are typically your organic vegetables, fruit, your body absorbs this, okay? And we always tell patients, greens is what gives you life, all right? Fresh green is what gives you life. Okay.
And cauliflower and corn and peas and carrots are not green. I want to just say that.
True.
Because I ask patients all the time, do you eat green? And they're like, oh yeah, I eat cauliflower, and they put broccoli and cauliflower together a lot of times, but cauliflower is not green. Cauliflower is white. So I just want to make sure we
So there you go.
Colors.
All right. So it is true. High vibration food does make a person's vibration higher. All right. Okay. So now we're going to pick up. This is part 2. Number 7 is reducing or eliminating alcohol and toxins from the body. What do you think, Tina? Do you want to comment on that?
Well, alcohol is toxin in the body.
And it is a depressant, by the way.
And it affects your liver. So I do hear this a lot from patients who aren't feeling well and they are drinking alcohol. When I try to tell them, try to eliminate or reduce the amount of alcohol, they are always very surprised. But it is toxicity in the body. So the least amount of toxicity you can, expose your body to, the healthier the body's going to be. That's the bottom line. There's no question about it.
Okay. All righty. Number 8, think positive thoughts.
That's huge.
It's so huge.
Yeah.
It's so huge. We talk to our kids about it all the time. We tell them, what you think is what you are. Okay? It's what you become. I mean, your thoughts create your future. They create your present. They create your future. Okay? And guess what? The past, it's gone. The past is gone. But your thoughts, very, very, I mean, our brains are so powerful.
Yeah. Henry Ford has a quote that I use with our kids all the time. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right.
Yeah.
It's
Say it
all-
again.
If
Say it
you
again.
think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. It's really all about what you tell yourself you can and can't do. That's exactly what you're going to be, and it's exactly how you're going to live. So the more that you can think positive things, again, the healthier the body's going to be, the more energy the body's going to have, the more vibration, and the more it's going to pull in as well.
Exactly. Exactly. So just like, number one on this list was gratitude. Okay. So, and it's crazy, but I have tried it and it truly works. When I am in a state of, whatever, I'm upset, I'm anxious, I'm stressed about something, I'm mad at something, whatever. The situation is where the emotion is not, happy, elevated. I actually will have tried this and it does work. Now I'm going to admit it's hard to get into that mode, but I'll start being like, wow, Liz, you know what? Put that situation aside and think, what a blessing to even be alive. What a blessing that I can be in this place doing whatever it is that I'm doing, or I can be with this person hanging out and enjoying our time together. I mean, so it shifts the perspective, and it really does help, and it really does work. All right. So gratitude is going to draw the same into your life. Jealousy, unworthiness, impatience. I mean, this negative energy that leaves you feeling just really heavy and low and burdened. Okay. So it makes a difference. Be diligent about the thoughts that you give your attention to. Okay. According to Chopra, it can take only 17 seconds for a thought to attract another one like it and to activate the law of attraction. That's pretty.
Yeah. The law of
pretty
attraction.
interesting.
If you're
Yeah?
thinking positive things are going to come back. If you're thinking negative things are going to come back.
Exactly.
That's
So,
the
and you
reality.
have to be intentional about it. Like, you really have to push negative thoughts out. Okay. And it's hard, right? Our brains get on this circuit and you start thinking a negative thought. Oh, so-and-so did this to hurt me. I can't believe they did this. What were they thinking? Oh my goodness. So-and-so did this to hurt me. I can't believe they did this. What were they thinking? Weren't they thinking about my thoughts and feelings? Oh, so-and-so did. And you just over and over and over. And soon you're spiraling downward. At some point you have to break it. You have to break that little circuit, and you have to think of something positive that then you can continue to attract more positive thoughts. I know, easier said than done.
Yeah, it's practice.
It is. It is practice.
Practice every day.
All right. Okay. Number 9, consume high vibe music, TV, books, and movies. This is so important because, again, what goes into your mind affects how you feel. Okay? It truly does. Affects how you feel. I mean, when we think of energy, it's not just like what we're eating and I mean, it includes everything that you consume, not just food, but what you see, what you hear, what you take in, what you're watching on TV. Okay? I mean, one of the things that as I've become more in tune to my energy and my vibration and how I'm feeling, one of the things I've noticed over the last few years is like the stuff I'm watching on TV. Okay? And I realized that there are certain shows on TV, Netflix, whatever I'm watching on Prime, that, for example, a series on a killer, a serial killer. Okay? I mean, and these are really big. Like these shows are like top,
Binge
top
watch
10.
like crazy.
I like it truly puts me into this depressed, low vibe mood, okay, and sad, and almost like I traumatize myself with it. And I just can't do it.
And everybody's different in terms of what affects them, but you need to be aware of how these things are affecting you.
Exactly.
I think that's the bottom line, right?
Exactly.
Because different things are going to feed different people, but like what Dr. Cruz said, it is about what you're feeding yourself, not just food, but everything you're intaking.
Yeah.
Whether it's through what you're reading with your eyes, what you're hearing with your ears, what you're feeling around you. It all affects the way you are on the inside. And so if you're watching something, reading something, listening to something that doesn't feel good to you, and it doesn't make you feel good when you're done watching it, or while you're watching it, or while you're reading it or listening to it, you got to stop. You got to find things that promote and help you, make you stronger, not push you down.
Exactly. All right. So just as you are selective with your food, be selective with your media and what you're putting in your brain and your heart. Okay, number 10, surround yourself with beauty. Well, that's basically what I do every day when I'm sitting next to Tina. Surround yourself with beauty. Make sure your home, your work environment is reflecting beauty, passion, enthusiasm. Because even the right lighting. The right lighting can make a huge difference.
So this is important, like for our kids specifically, because we really try to stay on top of our kids with picking up their room. Just as an example, right? We've got to pick our battles, right? Parenting is very hard today, and you really have to decide, okay, this is really important. We got to focus on this. But we really do try to continue to ingrain in the kids that keeping a tidy room is important for their own well-being, important for their mental health, because who wants to walk into a room with junk everywhere, right? It doesn't feel good. So it's the same thing, keeping a tidy home, keeping a tidy car, right? I know that, we've been in cars that are just a mess, and you don't even want to get in, you're like, ugh, right? So just keeping a tidy life in general just can, again, make you feel better about yourself, about your situation. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed, cleaning up around yourself can be one of the first steps to
That's exactly
help
right.
you pull out of that.
And there's a book, and I can't remember the exact title, but it's about making your bed. It's about habits, and basically talking about the importance of making your bed in the morning, and how that just that's one little habit that if you get into, you've just started the day off on a great row. You've made your bed, and it's amazing how even having your bed made, even if you've got a little bit of a mess going on, could just make the room look like, oh wow, well there's a little bit of clothes over here, but the bed is made. Like the room it really does make a difference in how the room looks.
Absolutely.
So these little habits are really important. Okay, number 11, we're almost done here. Go outside for a walk. All right. True. Outside. Get some sunshine. Get some air, some fresh air. Definitely a great way to increase your vibration. Okay.
Just being outside.
Exactly.
In general. I know during COVID, that was one of the things we really tried to do every day.
Yes.
Get outside with the kids. Even if it was just hanging out front, walking around the block, whatever, just get outside, breathe the fresh air.
Absolutely. All right. And then the last one is be sure that your relationships are vibing high. Okay. Surround yourself with people that lift you up. Not people that drag you down, people that put you down, people that belittle you, that don't support you. I mean, why do that?
Life is too short.
Exactly. Life is way too short. Okay. Spend time with people that make you feel better about yourself. People that you're having fun with, that lift you up. Okay. So that's the list that Chopra had on their website, and I thought it was great, and I thank Chopra for that. And I hope that you got some little pearls out of this. I think it was a fun topic, how to increase your vibe. So listen, if you want to connect with us, go to our website. Check our website, drlizcruz.com. You can even download our app. We have an app, yes. But you can go to our website, and on the front page, there is a magenta colored button that you can click, and you can schedule a free 30-minute wellness consult. And again, that is free to you, and that is done over the phone. So anyone can do this. I don't care where you are in the world, you can get this set up for yourself, okay? If you love this podcast, please rate us, give us a 5. It's going to help other people like you to find us. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because we don't want you to miss any episode of this podcast. All right? All right, so on that note, we're going to say goodbye until the next one. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next podcast.
Thank you for joining Dr. Liz Cruz and Tina Nunziato. To learn more about their revolutionary products and services, go online to www.drlizcruz.com.